Okay, hi everyone. So we are from group 2. I am Yash, and we have Soch and you, who is Fish, Yevan and Akmal presenting today. So basically, our topic is before that, is everyone ready to listen to our topic or not? Can you all give a yes for us?
Yes.
Yes,
Let's
yes,
go.
yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay, so at the end of the session today, you all are going to know that whether are you basic or toxic. I'm very sure you all are going to know how toxic you are, like your rating of toxic in yourself. So that is our topic today. So let's you see, for example, at the end of the day, if you all get to know that how toxic you are, don't worry, because sometimes it doesn't have to be negative thinking only to be toxic. Only it can be also good things. Sometimes, for example, when it comes to relationship, right? So when it comes to relationship, you can control your boyfriend or girlfriend to a certain level. When it goes overboard, it becomes toxic relationship. Am I right? So that's the problem. People think that it is in the name of care and love, we tend to go overboard, and it becomes actually toxic relationship. Toxic relationship doesn't have to be with only girlfriend and boyfriend. It can be with friends and family as well. Sometimes we don't realize when we do it with family because our family keep quiet. Yes, exactly. Parents especially. So let's start our game. Next slide. Okay, can everyone put your 10 fingers here up? Okay, each time you see that relates to you, put down your fingers. Okay, don't worry if you are shy or anything. Don't worry, this is a personal space. Okay, it's only between us only. Okay, so don't worry. Okay, next slide. Let's start with the first question. Have you ever manipulated someone? It can be friends, family, girlfriend, or boyfriend, not to be with them for your personal reasons. I've been honest. I've been. Okay. Next. Have you ever avoided a conflict, giving other people silent treatment, and you just disappear in thin air because you don't want to settle the problem? Then you suddenly appears like nothing happens. You just don't want to talk. I've been, and I'm still doing that. Next question. Is everyone okay? Can you all? Okay.
Good. So far, so good.
Okay. So third question. Have you ever thought you're the best among everyone? I've been. Not in studies, but in sports. Okay. So next question. Have you ever kept saying yes, and then the work keeps piling on, but there is not enough time? So you sacrifice the things you enjoy to do. I sacrifice my meals. Not my sleep lah. My sleep I cannot sacrifice. Some people, they sacrifice the time they want to go out with family. They do that. So if you all have done that, put your finger down. And you guys want to share your story, feel free to unmute and talk also. Okay? Okay, next question.
Okay.
Yes? Who wants to share?
Just like keep piling all my assignment, and then I sacrifice my time with my family to do the work.
So what do you tell them?
Sorry, mom, I have assignment to do. You guys go eat first. Pungus for me. Take away for me.
Take away for you, and then you eat all alone, is it? Don't do that.
Like after they finish their meal, then you bungus the food. Thank for me. When they come back.
Oh. Okay, I do that also. But don't skip your meals. Okay.
But it's a bad behavior, I know. We cannot do that.
Yes, that is a bad behavior because you want to do the work. You don't want to give it to someone else. Sometimes when it comes to group works, Okay. Thank you for sharing. And let's go for the next question again. Have you ever felt like you are not good and you back off from doing it? Actually, I've never done this, but someone has back off because of me. Because it's usually 3,000 meters. I am the gold medalist. So there's these two of them. They came and told me, I'm actually backing off from the event because you are running. That doesn't mean I'm toxic. I'm not toxic. I am doing what I should do, but they back off because they don't have the confidence in them and they don't even want to try it. Okay. Okay. So next question. Have you ever found excuses for someone else's work because you know that theirs is better than yours? This happens in group works. When someone is telling their idea, you know theirs is better than yours. But you find faults and mistakes just to tell, just to make them feel, okay, their point, their idea is not valid. Have anyone done that? No. Okay. That's good. Next question. Have you ever dominated conversations and not allowed people to express themselves or ideas? This usually happens when someone is coming and telling you their struggles. And then you are like, hey, well, mine is bigger than yours. Yours is just small thing. Have you ever done that? No. If you all have done, please put your finger down. Does anyone to share that you have done that? No one wants to share?
Me?
Yes, can.
I mean, like, wait, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
I'm like, I sometimes feel arrogant when it comes to like, people are saying like, he knew better than me, in which I'm, for example, I sell insurance, right?
Yeah.
And my friends, most of my friends don't, okay? But they talk like the way they knew everything, how the industry works, how I work, how everything works like. And it comes to time that where it's a bad day, we all have like bad tempered, the kind of stuff, right? And I just don't let him talk even like something personal with him. I just like be arrogant, be like how Nimala say my first impression is sombong. Yeah. I just feel like it's a sense of an expression of emotion. Yeah, it's more like that. Oh, next is Tumba want to share.
Okay. Thank you for sharing.
For me, it's
Tumba, you
pretty
can go
small.
next.
Yeah, for me, it's pretty small. But like sometimes, okay, let me say I have this friend who really loves birthdays. And for some reason, she wasn't getting a cake on her birthday.
Okay.
And she came to complain about it to me. And I was like, well, I have to pay rent. Your problems are very small. You're crying about a cake when I have to pay rent. And then after the conversation, I was like, you know what? She kind of felt bad about her cake situation, even though I minimized it and said like there's bigger things to worry about. So yeah, that was toxic. I should have just listened and understood that she's feeling uneasy instead of like, oh, I have something bigger to worry about. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's my.
Okay, that means we all have been there. I've also been there. I being open here. I've done that with Nimal. It's very annoying when he will be going out every weekends, and I don't get the chance to go out. Because I don't have the time to do it. So we kind of have. I get angry whenever he comes and that. Okay, I'm going out. I'm like, how can you go out? You are also doing degree, right? So that's how it is. So, it sometimes happens. Okay, let's go with the next question. Okay. Have you ever felt the need to have validation in order to feel good about yourself? So basically, there are people who needs confirmation, like green signal, then only they can move on with their decision. Can be clothes, it can be even meals. There are people who ask other persons validation first before they even eat. Are you guys like that? Yes, no?
You mean like an opinion based, is it? Like-
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay, cool.
You always wait for someone's opinion. You just you don't, because
Oh,
you don't have the
okay.
confidence of giving.
Oh, okay, cool.
I
Yeah,
kinda do
got.
it for clothes
If to
lah.
share like macam, oh sorry, Yalisha, you
Sorry,
can go
sorry.
first.
Yeah, I mean, like, I do it for clothes, and then, like, when someone tells their opinion, I keep asking, like, really, yeah, really, yeah. Like, do I look fat in this? Does it suit me? Until the person be like, no need, you don't need to buy anything, just leave, just leave. So it goes like that. It happens a lot for clothes usually. Otherwise, not really lah. Lawrence, you can go now.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
I am the worst. I don't even try clothes. I just grab and I pay.
Oh wow.
That's
For me,
really
it's
good
like
at
clothing
doing.
stuff. Fashions. Yeah, fashion comes in like if I need
Because I
to
know
like
my size. I just grab and I'm the next second I'm another con. Yes, Lawrence?
Nimal, you better worry for your wallet, bro. She might just grab and then you might have to be paying for it. Okay, carry on.
Okay. So next question.
That's all for the 10 questions.
Okay. So what is your score? You all can put your score in the chat box.
Score meaning the
the
ones
score
that
mean-
we brought down or the one that's
Yes,
left?
the one that you brought down. The fingers
Brought
that you put down are the scores. 7. Anyone with 10? Oh wow, too many 4s.
So below 5 finger is considered as toxic.
Okay, this is only 10 questions. There are more. If I come up with 100 questions, who knows, you're more than 50, right? True or not? So that's the thing. So you see here, we cannot say we are not toxic at all. We are toxic. But we have to see at how toxic we are. Yes. We can be toxic. Maybe we will not be toxic with friends, but we will be toxic with our family or in our relationship. So we cannot, this is only basic 10 questions. If we go deeper and deeper, then you will know how toxic. Okay. So thanks for everyone for contributing with me. So next I'll be giving to Fish. So
after Yash had shared these activities, let's do some other activities. We are going to have a debate now. So Amma can move to the next slide. Okay, so what do you think guys or girls are more toxic? Now I will give you, because here cannot do polling, you just put an emoji in this chat box. If you think boy is more toxic, you put this. If you think girl is more toxic, you just put a love emoji. Can you guys please do it now here in the chat box?
don't be afraid. Even girls can tell girls are toxic. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I myself will tell girls are more toxic.
Everyone must do this polling.
It looks like most of the class says girls are more toxic.
It feels very wrong to expose girls, but I feel like most of us are on the same page right now.
Oh,
Anyone
wow.
else?
I feel heartbroken seeing all the hardships.
I think it
saw
also depends on
Aishwarya.
experience.
I saw Aishwarya. She actually
I think
said
I
that.
won't agree if girls are the toxic, because I have experience. I feel like the boys are the toxic sometimes in the relationship. So I won't agree.
Yes, I agree with you. Guys are toxic when it comes to relationship. Sorry,
Yeah.
Nimal, not you.
Nimal, are you offended?
I disagree.
No, we just don't know what girls think about if we say if the girl tell us yes, it means no. If they tell us no, it means yes. Which one is which one?
It works the same way for boys
I
also.
think nowadays
I have
boys also the
experienced
same
that.
lah.
Yeah, I have experienced.
Yeah, they are boys and girls becoming the same, the characteristic wise. Boys also like sometimes they can't even decide whom they want in their life, or like sometimes
boys
being
are
childish,
evolving.
ignoring, silent treatment. What is this? Like they're also toxic nowadays. So
Yeah, but I agree in one of thing. Boy usually use silent
Yeah.
silent
Yeah.
violence. I don't know why.
That's like the worst toxic trait ever. Trust me. It makes the problem bigger. Like just
Guys
stop.
evolving.
It's so
Actually,
hard.
yeah.
Exactly. No reaction is the biggest problem.
Maybe they don't know how to react or how to express their feelings. That's why they are keep
Nimal, are you
on
speaking out of
silent.
experience? Nimal.
Imal, are you
Actually,
using
for
this?
boys,
Imal, are you
they
using this as a
should
platform to
express their
inform
feeling.
or what?
Because not everyone knows how to express, so I think so it can be toxic.
Gone lah, Nimal. After this class, gone lah.
Nimal, you using this as a platform to express yourself or?
No, actually, she knows.
Confession box for Nimal.
Like that's what I'm like. I don't know how to express my feelings. Not only in the relationship, in other things also. But I don't know how to express. But I don't see that as toxic. It's something else, right? I don't know. That's for my opinion.
I think it's a cultural thing, right? Men in Malaysia or boys are taught not to express themselves. If you express yourself, you're weak. If you express yourself, you're not a man, you're a woman. So it's hard to blame one gender or another because we, in Asian context, we've been taught that's the way we are supposed to behave based on our gender. So it may whether it's toxic or not, is because we are taught that's the right way. So as we grow up, that's what we do, right? And when we get older, maybe we learn more things, then we become better at communicating or not. Like women communicate too much. They want to ask why. Sometimes it's better don't ask, right? But guys, sometimes they don't communicate at all. Sometimes it's good for them to communicate a certain level. So I think culture is a big reason.
Miss, but me personally, I've been told I communicate too much, even things that are not supposed to be said are said. So what does that mean?
That's why I say it's not a gender thing sometimes. It's individual, right? Like I mean, individually you have your personality, right? So some men are more communicative. They speak their heart kind of thing. They have certain characteristics and then they will call you names because of that. They'll call you like, oh, you're such a girl because you're so expressive. Yeah. Nimal wants to say something.
Like for example, as me said, like other people will think something. Like yesterday, something happened at my house. Like someone was banging on my house door. I thought like someone came, so I opened the door. Suddenly, the one uncle pop out from I don't know from where he pop out. I get scared. He like, oh, you are a guy, right? Why are you getting scared? I'm like, it's like a jump scare. Like it's like we express our feeling, but straight away they like telling, oh, you are a guy, you shouldn't be scared. So that's why most of them not,
I'm a human.
not express their feelings.
Nimal, now you should use the dialogue you should have said in Miss Cheryl class. I'm a human.
No, I just laugh and okay.
Send that to his mother's class.
Anyone else want to share
your experience on this? Do you think guy or girl are more toxic? Or really you want to share about like you feel like boys are more toxic when you come to discussing girls' appearance? Any experience here that you have faced before?
Hello, can you guys hear me? Okay,
Yeah,
so basically I believe that most everyone here understand what I'm talking about, which girls knows lah. Actually, even though they have like boys talk that so-called no girls there, but actually girls knows it that when they are having boys talk, among themselves, among the gang, they actually usually what topic they will have is like cars, games, girls. And then whenever when the topic is coming to like about the girl, any girl's appearance, they are gonna be them talks like, hey, what the hell that girl pretty man, damn fat what the fuck, the leg damn, I don't know like elephant when they judge the way they talk is like damn toxic. Is yeah. So I think that some of the boys you can admit it yourself lah. Damn toxic. So I don't really like about this point of about guys.
Yeah, thank you. I totally agree for this because like I also experienced some of these things before. Like your friends say, you're so fat, why you wear sleeveless shirt and why you wear shorts? You are not as skinny as that body shape, why you still wear like this? But I think like for now is already 21st century or everyone want to wear what is based on I want to wear this is based on I like this. I no need to wait for your comment and your approval to like I wear this, right? So I think everyone must be confident lah, especially girls at here, but guy also. So next, I will pass it to Akmal and Ewan. They will share your more activities to how to solve these toxic things and share their own experiences.
Okay, all right. So having like after talking about the toxic traits, notice how like all of us have toxic traits, and those toxic traits can hinder our growth and cause disturbances in all aspects of our lives. Okay, so for example, it can affect our relationship with others, it can affect our professional or academic performances, or even how we view ourselves, it can affect that. So one of the questions I really wanted to ask you guys is that, do you think you can overcome the toxic traits? Anyone?
I think it's a personal preferences. I believe. I think it's like depending on situation, because subconsciously sometimes we don't know we're being toxic. We are doing it, but we don't know. It's like, oh, I don't really talk about this girl, but then when other people say, hey, you know, this girl, this boy, this guy, so subconsciously when you're replying to it, even though you're giving an opinion or feedback, it consists like as a toxic one. I think it depends on preferences, I guess. Yeah, but depends what everyone says. What about you guys?
Yeah, how about others? Anyone? Depends
me-
on what we're toxic.
For me, I just don't give advice. Although sometimes I feel like I want to give suggestion or advice for someone. Like just now you see, if you want to wear something more, if you want to wear slim fit dress or what are pants, something like that, people will ask you why always I wear the things wear on me is always different than others. Why other people are so beautiful, I'm like this. You want to say you want to be honest, right? Because you didn't do exercise, so you really a bit fatter than others. But if you don't want to hurt other people's feeling, then what I suggest is you just don't give advice. Just stay silent.
All right. Okay, so from the two experience shared by Lawrence and Mock, is it you? Okay. I want to tell you guys that it might be easy for me to say that yes, you can overcome it, but actually it actually takes a long time and courage, because overcoming toxic traits, you have to be self-aware, you have to be self-acceptance to actually fix those traits within yourself. Okay, so what I mean from this is that you really have to look in yourself in a very deep way. You have to self-reflect, you have to observe your behavior towards yourself and others. And one of the things that I really want to tell you guys is that healthy environment starts within yourself or with us. And if you acknowledge those toxic traits and improve, because at the end of the day, you're changing it for yourself and not no one else. Okay. And I always believe this quote where you always have to strive to be a better person than you were yesterday. You are not the same person as you were yesterday, a day ago, a week ago, or a year ago. And I'll tell you a story about me and my toxic traits. Okay. So my toxic traits is that I'm a massive overthinker. I know some of you guys are overthinker too. And from overthinking, I break my own heart. I know it sounds like silly, but instead of men breaking my heart, it's my overthinking. What I mean from this is that I hurt my own feeling before anyone else does. And sometimes through overthinking, it keeps me up late at night. Usually like 4 a.m. I would sleep when like my inner voice is just like saying stuff that it shouldn't be. And one of the examples that I could give you guys is that during freshman year, I started a YouTube account. I only posted one video, but after that one video, I stopped posting it because my inner voice was saying negative stuff and it totally dominates my mind. I had like low self-esteem. I was thinking that nobody would like it or people would judge me for it because my video was boring and all that stuff, all that negative stuff. So from this negative, I had to do something that could override those negative thoughts. So what I did was journaling. I have my journaling book right beside me. I write out my thoughts. I organize my thoughts and turn it into something like positive. And through that, and also I did a video diary, which I express my like stress thoughts and all this thing into a video. And it actually helped me to calm down my stress because overthinking can lead you to stress, right? Because you're creating scenarios that is so unnecessary. And from this, one of the things that I like to remind you is that you can be your own worst critic, but at the same time, you can be your biggest cheerleader. Think positive yourself and others so that you can spread those positive energies to others. And through this, I hope you guys can overcome your toxic traits. And I believe you would like to share something with your overcoming traits.
Yes. So basically, I'm also an overthinker, just like Akmal. And because of my toxic traits, it makes me to lose a lot of opportunities that I actually can do. So I guess some of you might be able to relate to me. So in my previous time, I actually taking my SPM, and I also had an opportunity to participate in a choir competitions where I need to go to other states for a few days. So at these times, my toxic trait starting to coming out, and it telling myself that, are you sure you want to go for the competitions? Are you confident in your exams? Do you really sure you can do good in your exam because you need to go out for a few days without studying? So when these kind of thoughts are starting coming up from my mind, it makes me struggle. I was thinking whether I should go or should not go, but at the end I didn't make to go, and this is one of my regret until now, because I actually miss opportunity to play with my friends, to participate competitions together. I lose the memories. So for now, I was realizing it that this toxic trait is actually very annoying. So I was trying to overcome it by forcing me not to think about those negative things when I want to do anything else. So instead of, I will start thinking about those positive words that I will speak to myself. So for example, I will speak to myself that I'm actually confident. I'm actually can do anything that I want. There's nothing that I cannot do. So these are the sentences that I usually tell myself, and it really helps me and give me courage to try anything that I want to do. So from my experience that I'm sharing here, I hope that any one of you who are actually been disturbing by these negative thoughts, just try another way. Try to think in a positive way where you can do anything. so that it will give you courage, so that you can do a lot of things that you want. Because Miss Cheryl also said before, right? We don't know what is our potential is, what is our limitation is, until we really try everything. So I hope that all of you can also try to do anything that you want in the future. So without being disturbed by this kind of toxic traits. So that's all for my sharing. And Akmal, do you want to add on anything else?
Okay, so one of the things that reminds me is that, you know, during the Miss Millar workshop the other day, she said you have to throw out your toxic emotions. That's how, like, if you keep those toxic emotions within you or suppress them, it will lead you to something bad, and it won't be any good to you and your body. So please throw them out. Toxic emotions or toxicity, please improve them if you want, if you can, and you feel better and have peace within you. So now we're gonna do some fun activity. Hope you guys like this activity. Yuan, should we go with it?
Yes. So the activities that we have prepared is called Butterfly Hug. So this is activities that can actually help us to calm ourselves and relax ourselves whenever we have stress. So for now, let's us to sit in a position that you feel that you're comfortable with, and then start breathing slowly. Take some deep breath, inhale and exhale. And for now, try to think what are the things that you want to tell yourself in your heart. So continue to breathe, and then take up your hands and then put it like this, like a butterfly flying. And then put it on your chest. And then start tapping right and left slowly. And then tell yourself what are the things that you want to tell. If you want, you can also close your eyes. So just relaxing yourself and calming yourself down. So as we are graduating, as one of us are doing internship soon, so we actually don't need to worry so much. We should be proud of ourselves, because not everyone can actually done this, but you have done it now. So try to be more confident to yourself and be yourself, express yourself, and don't go out and look for someone that you think is successful and then duplicate their personalities and all that. Just remember to be yourself. Because we will never be enough for anyone, but that doesn't really matter. All matters is we are enough to ourselves. And we are all special, and we have all our own strengths. So if you feel that currently you are not good at anything, don't need to worry and don't need to stress yourself out. Keep on exploring on what you're good at or what you're passionate at and what you love. After you find yourself and what you love, your directions, you can actually do a lot of things and even build a bit better world. Okay, so that's all for the activities. So basically for these activities, right, I hope that you guys can actually do this in yourself, in your home, whenever you feel that you are very anxious or you are very stressful. You can actually do this to yourself to calm yourself down. Okay, so just to wrap up everything, so everyone certainly will have some toxic traits that maybe we haven't identified of, or we actually know that we have toxic traits. So it's very important for us to overcome it, because it will affect us in a way. So for example, just like in our families, in our relationships and other else, it will affect it indirectly. So it's important for us to overcome it. And I hope that from these activities that we have teach you guys, you can actually do it in your house, in yourself, to actually help you to overcome it.